I remember being so scared to audition for Rocky Horror because I'd never done anything like that. And I thought, oh, I can't do that. I can't put a bald cap on. I can't be a hunchback. And I was home and Michelle said to me, my wife said, she goes, you don't want to do Rocky Horror, or are you afraid? I said, oh, I'm afraid. She said, well, you have to do it. So I kind of I sat in the living room in Miami because we were visiting my family, and I was like, okay. And I stood on the sofa. And pretended it was a little stage, and pretended I was Rick Rapp and did this little thing. And I was trying to plan the audition, how I'd turn over my shoulder. And I just go, I'm going to do this all out. And I went to the audition room. It was Bernie Telsey's.
Pushed the couch in.
Pushed a chair over, actually. I put two chairs together and stood on that and turned around. And I remember, so I just remember Chris Ashley being like, okay. Oh. Then they saw me for Frankenfurter for a while.
That would have been so fun, too.
Cool. So I was wandering around in high heels. And then we went back to Riff Raff, and I danced for Jerry a bit. And the biggest thing there was my agent at the time, Ellen Flack, who's now my manager. Ellen, she'd been waiting for me for 3 years on audition. She just was like, okay, when you get a chance, you come to New York. And if I ever got a job, it wasn't like, no, it was pilot season, you have to come to New York. She'd be like, great, do that. I remember getting Tom Stoppard's Arcadia. I did Arcadia up there. And she was like, you need to do that, you need to do that play. So she was patient, and she was really willing to sort of see some of these projects through. And then Bernie Telsey. Bernie had seen my work in Chicago, just believed in me. I say this joke all the time about him. There's a part for a transvestite Brazilian dwarf. He'll call me. He'll be like, Raúl could play it. Anything you think that is impossible for me to be able to do, he'll go, okay, you can do it. It's his faith in me and his faith in the actors that he supports is so huge. To have a casting director like that on your side is massive. So he was like, yes, this guy is not anybody we know, and it's a Broadway show, and it's a lead, but he's good. And he just kept fighting, and Ellen put 2 cents in. And Chris liked what I did, and eventually I got it. But they took a big gamble. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah,
those guys are everybody in the cast. Was Alice, Jared, Daphne, and Leah. They're all Tony nominees or Tony winners. Tom, and this was major.